Thanks for joining me for today's practice. So today's session is going to be gentle, but we'll move through the entire body. So hopefully you'll feel really good afterwards. Let's make a start lying down on your back. So coming down, feet hip distance apart, and arms a little bit away from the body, palms facing up, and then closing down the eyes. And starting to notice the parts of the body that are in contact with the mat. The soles of the feet, the back of the pelvis, the middle and the upper back, and the backs of the shoulders, and the backs of the arms, and the back of the head. Just imagining that back surface is creating an imprint underneath you. And with each exhale, that imprint gets a little bit deeper. And starting to follow the breath in and out through the nose. Just gently extending into your breathing. And then let's open up the eyes. Take the feet out as wide as the mat. Feet outside edges of feet parallel with the mat. Take the arms a little bit away from the body and then dropping the knees over to the right hand side as you turn the head to look over the left shoulder. And then inhale through center, dropping the knees over to the left as you turn the head to look over the right. And then inhale through center, dropping the knees back to the right, head to the left. And then inhale center, dropping them to the left and head turning to the right. And then coming back through center. Bring the feet in hip distance apart and arms back down by your side. Bringing the right knee towards the chest, interlacing the fingers. Take the left leg long, pressing down through the back of the left thigh. And then starting to take some small circles with this right leg. Starting to mobilize through that right hip joint. And keeping the breath nice and easy. And then changing direction. Then bringing the leg back towards the chest, take an inhale. As you exhale, squeeze the knee in a little bit closer towards the chest and maybe take it a little bit more towards the right armpit as well. And then let's release that down, bending the left leg up. Bring the left knee towards the chest, interlace the fingers, taking the right leg away from you, pressing down through the back of the right thigh, flexing both feet, and then starting with those hip circles. And my one hip might feel a little bit different to the other if one's a little bit tighter or looser. And then changing direction. Trying to be specific enough with this circle that you're not rolling from side to side with the torso. So you're really isolating the action in the hip joint. And then let's hold the leg in the center. Take an inhale. As you exhale, squeeze the leg in a little bit closer towards you, pressing down through the back of that right thigh. And then let's release that left leg down, bending the right leg up. And then placing the right ankle on top of the left thigh. And if you can, bring the legs in towards you. Bring that right hand through the center, either behind the thigh or in front of that left shin. Pressing that right knee away from the right shoulder. So relaxing the shoulders down. Try not to let those hips just come all the way up. So you want to try to press down through the back of the pelvis as much as you can. Deep, full breaths here. Taking one more inhale. As you exhale, try to squeeze the legs in a little bit more if you can. And then let's release that left leg down, release the right foot down. Swapping it over, placing the left ankle on top of the right, bringing the legs in, taking hold of behind the thigh or in front of that right shin. trying to press that left knee away from the left shoulder. Notice if there's any unnecessary tension creeping up into the neck or the shoulders. Taking one more deep in-breath, staying for the exhale, maybe squeezing the legs in a little bit more. And then let's release that right foot down and the left foot down. Bringing the knees in towards the chest, hands behind the thighs. Either rock yourself up to seated or roll to one side. Coming over the legs, coming back towards the center of your mat, and then bringing the big toes together, knees a bit wider than the hips. Taking the right hand behind you and slightly to the diagonal, and then start to lift the hips up, coming up to where you can. So you might just stop just at the beginning or keep coming all the way up, shifting the hips forward, lifting the sternum up, taking a big inhale, and then exhale, sitting the hips back down, reversing these actions. They're coming forward and circling over to the left. Left hand behind you, lift the hips up, right arm circles up and then back, sternum lifts, taking a big inhale and then exhale, sitting the hips down, circling this right arm forward and then behind you. And then once again, lifting the hips up, inhale, circling this left arm back, lift the sternum up, and then on the next exhale, sitting the hips down, circling that left arm behind you, right arm coming up, lifting the hips up, inhaling, and then exhaling, coming back to your seat. Coming over onto all fours, and then taking those wrists just a bit further in front of the shoulders so you can tuck the toes under, come into your down facing dog. Feet hip distance apart, hands shoulder distance apart, and starting to pedal out through the feet. Just thinking about opening up through the soles of the feet. And then resting those heels back down. And if this is quite a strong position for you, you might bend those knees a little bit if you need to. We're trying to really straighten those arms, press down through the inside edges of the hands. And if you can, heels are reaching down. Then let's take the right leg up into your three-legged dog. Inhale and then exhale, curling the knee in towards the chest. Lift through the belly to step that right foot forward in between the hands, dropping down to that left knee. Release the toes. Take those arms up. Inhale to lift through the front of the body. And then let's take a twist to the right. Looking back towards that right hand, back of the left hand to the outside of the right thigh, head turning to look over that right shoulder, taking an inhale, and then as you exhale, bring those hands down by that front foot, swivel this left foot behind you and stepping that right foot forward so it's in line with that left knee. Take those arms out to the side. Taking another in-breath. As you exhale, bring the right hand down onto the leg, nice and light with these hands. So make sure you can just lift it off. You can place it back down and maybe the head turns to look up towards the ceiling. Taking another inhale. And then as you exhale, coming back up, and then continue to bring that left hand down onto the mat. You might place it on a block, or maybe you can go all the way flat with the palm of the hand. Take the right arm up and over, turning the head to look up towards the ceiling. Keep pressing down through the outside edge of that right foot. And then inhaling to come all the way back up, rotating to face that front leg. Bring the left foot back behind you, tuck the toes under, and step back into your down facing dog. And taking one breath here. Taking that left leg up to your three-legged dog. Inhale, exhale, bringing the knee in towards the chest, lift through the belly and step it forward in between the hands, dropping the knee down. Release the back toes. Take those arms up into your low lunge. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Reaching up through the pinky fingers. Taking one more inhale, and then as you exhale, taking a twist to the left now, bringing the back of the right hand to the outside of the left thigh, turning the head to look over that left shoulder. Taking one more inhale. And then as you exhale, let's just release those hands down. Come back up to your low lunge, inhaling. Exhale, bring the hands down. And then let's swivel this right foot behind you. Turning to face the side, stepping that left foot forward, taking the arms out to the side. Inhaling here. As you exhale, bringing that left hand down, right arm up and over. Light with that bottom hand. And turning the head to look up towards the ceiling if you can. This pose is called Parigasana, which means gate pose. And then on your next in-breath, coming back up, taking that right hand down, palm flat if you can, or otherwise fingertips. Take that left arm up and over, really pressing down through the outside of the left foot. And then inhaling, coming back upright, turning to face that left leg. Bring the right leg back behind you, tuck the toes under, stepping back into your down facing dog. And once again, let's take that right leg up to your three-legged dog, inhaling. Exhale, knee in towards the chest, stepping it forward in between the hands. Come down to that left knee, release the toes. Take the arms up, inhaling. And as you exhale, let's interlace the fingers at the base of the head. Keep drawing those lower ribs in, and then start to shift the hips slightly forward, sternum starts to lift maybe, elbows start to draw up towards the ceiling. Just using the hands at the base of the head to lengthen out through the neck, maybe imagining a big beach ball behind you if you want to start to lift up and over that beach ball, taking one more inhale, and then as you exhale, let's take those arms back up, and we're going to swivel straight with that left foot behind you, turning to face the side. Step that right foot out to the side. Reach the fingertips out. Take the arms up above the head, interlacing through the fingers, cross the thumbs. Reach those arms up. Inhale. Exhale, up and over towards that right leg. Try to keep that right shoulder coming forward so you're not curling over with that left shoulder. Open breath. And then inhale, coming back up, releasing the arms. Take the left hand back down towards the mat, and right arm coming up and over, either holding this position, or if you can, take the right leg up and then bring the right foot in towards the bottom, holding the top of the right foot. Start to shift the pubic bone forward, draw the right knee back, and maybe start to turn the shoulders towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. Without slingshotting the foot, very gently come back to the first position. Right arm up and over, and then coming back up, turning to face that right leg. Bring the left foot behind you. Step back into your down facing dog. Inhale to come forward into your plank position. And we're going to take knees, chest and chin down. Squeeze the elbows in. And then release the belly down, release the toes. Take the hands out wide, so coming into your striking cobra. I'm going to take an inhale, come up, drop the shoulders away from the ears, and then exhale to lower back down. Pressing down through the tops of the feet, inhale, coming up, and then exhale to come down. Just one more time. Inhaling, coming up, exhale to lower. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, press back into down facing dog. Taking the left leg up to your three-legged dog. Inhale, exhale, stepping it forward in between the hands. Drop the knee down, release the toes. Taking the arms up, interlacing the fingers at the base of the head. Trying to use the hands to lengthen up through the neck, lower ribs in, and start to shift the hips slightly forward. Reaching the elbows up, maybe the eyes begin to lift. And if you'd like to here, starting to lift that sternum up a little bit more, shifting the hips forward, but the tailbone keeps dropping down. Inhale, exhale, coming back up, and then swiveling this right foot behind you, stepping the left foot slightly forward. So coming into Parigasana again. Take those arms up, interlacing the fingers, cross the thumbs over, reach the arms up. Inhale. And then exhale up and over towards this left leg now. Trying to bring that left shoulder forward. So try not to drop that right shoulder down. Leaning the head back a little bit. And inhale, come back up, releasing the arms, taking the right hand down, left arm up and over. And either you're staying here, or if you'd like to, bring that left leg up, bring the left foot in towards the bottom, and then start to shift the pubic bone forward, kick that left knee back, and then maybe starting to turn the shoulders towards the ceiling. Without slingshotting the leg, gently release that leg out, bring that left arm up and over, and then coming back upright. Turning to face that left leg, bring the right foot behind you, and then step back into your down facing dog. Take an inhale to come forward into your plank position, and let's go knees, chest and chin down. Squeezing the elbows in. And then release the belly, release the toes. Take those hands out wide so you're on your fingertips now. Pressing down through the tops of the feet. Little change here. Turn the head to look to the right and keep it looking to the right as you come up. Inhale. Come back to center. Exhale to lower down. And then looking to the left. Inhale. Coming up. Exhale. Center and come down. Once again to the right. Inhale. Coming up. Coming to center. And exhale to lower. Last time. Inhale, left, center, and then lowering down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back into your child's pose. Knees together, forehead down, arms down by your side. If you need to keep your arms forward or pop your hands underneath your forehead, you could do that too. Just feeling the heaviness of the hips. And then let's bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself up to a seated position. Just sitting over to one side. And then we're going to come into our Baddha Konasana. So soles the feet together, drawing the heels in towards the groin. And then using your hands to try to peel open the feet. And just holding onto your feet, try to lengthen up and pull away from your feet. Just holding here for a couple of breaths. Try to press the shoulder heads down. And then taking one more inhale. As you exhale, starting to come forward just to where you can. So you might not come very far forward, and that's completely fine. And if you can, if you're still holding onto your feet, you might start to use those hands to press open the legs, reaching forward with your chest, just to where you can. You might even prefer to just bring your forearms forward and rest there. And then inhale, coming back upright, bringing the legs together, extending your legs out long, and then making your way down onto your back. Letting the feet be at least hip distance apart, falling away from one another, arms by your side, palms facing up. Just closing down the eyes. So noticing the points of contact with the back surface of the body on the mat. And once again, coming back to that image of imagining that back surface is leaving an imprint underneath you. And that imprint gets a little bit deeper with each exhale. So allowing yourself to come to complete rest. Please stay here for as long as you need to or able to. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. Namaste.